Five musicians rolling in a black truck, heading to a private gig, just another night, another show, this time in Reynosa. Nothing new for them. They done this kinda thing plenty of times before. But that night, something went real wrong. They never showed up, and they never came back. Phones went silent. Families couldn't reach them. Total radio silence. And just like that, the music stopped. And when the music stops like that, it usually means one thing. So who took them? What really went down that night? And why would a band become a target for a cartel? Now, the cops think they found the spot where it all ended. There's suspects gangs, but there's also heartbreak, rage, a deep sense of helplessness. The band was called Los Fugitivos. They weren't famous, no $1 million deals, no flashy TV appearance, but people knew them, liked them, and played their hearts out. Every night was different, but it was also routine. Just work. Sunday night, May 25, didn't feel any different. They were booked for a private party in neighborhood called Ribeiras del Rio in Reynosa. They hopped in their black truck, headed to the gig, but they never made it. Around 10 p.m., their phones stopped answering. Texts went in read. The music they were supposed to play that night, it never got heard. What happened after that? Still mostly a mystery. But one thing's clear, someone was waiting for them. It wasn't just some sketchy job. It was a setup, a trap. And in just minutes, 5 working-class musicians became victims of a crime that shook the whole state of Tamaulipas. As the hour dragged on, families started to panic. They called, texted, nothing, no response, just emptiness. Then the fear turned into something worse, certainty. Something bad had happened. It wasn't normal. That's when the alarms went off. The families reported them missing. And given how serious things looked, the governor, Americo Villarreal, ordered everything to be thrown at the case. Emergency search teams were activated. State search units, detectives, the National Guard, even the army joined in. They swept through Reynosa, side by side, the families desperate to find their sons alive. Meanwhile, investigators were digging into phones records, traffic cams, and any lead they could get. Bit by bit, they started putting the pieces together. At the first clue hit hard. Yeah, the band really was on their way to the party. But somewhere on the road, they got stopped. Then taken to another spot in the city, a place they never come out of. That gig that night, it wasn't real booking. It was a lure, a fake call, a setup that turned into a deadly ambush. The guys from Los Fugitivos, 5 young musicians, thought they were heading to a private party. But instead of lights, applause, and a crowd, they pulled up to an empty lot. No stage, no people, no music, just silence. Something felt way off. One of them, Carlos, showed up a little late, and when he saw how weird it looked, he stayed in the car and dipped. That split-second decision saved his life. The other 4, they weren't that lucky. A few days later, their black truck was found abandoned in a neighborhood called La Cañada. No signs of violence, nothing obvious, but the band, gun, vanished without a trace. Days passed. The worry kept going. Families, friends, the whole community were clinging to hope, hoping for a miracle. But the silence just kept getting heavier. Every missed call, every unanswered text, it all just made things worse. With pressure building, the authorities launched a huge search operation. It wasn't just the local cops. State search teams, federal forces, even the army got involved. They were all scrambling, chasing any lead, anything that could point to where the musician had gone. Meanwhile, the families weren't sleeping. They were out searching, praying, desperate for even a sliver of hope. And then the rumors started. On the morning of May 29, some news outlets began reported something horrifying. 5 badly burned bodies were found in a vacant lot nearby, and people were saying they might be the missing band. But the families weren't ready to believe it. Eyes full of tears, they denied it, saying, "No, that can't be them. No here, not like this." At the same time, the Tamaulipas state prosecutor held a press conference and dropped the bomb. Yeah, it was them. But there's the messed up part. No one from the government had even told the families first. They found out like everyone else through the media. And at that point, the bodies hadn't even been officially confirmed. No contact, no answers, just growing shows online. Social media blew up with comments, theories, even early condolences. But the truth was still stuck between fear and official silence. That silence finally broke when the prosecutor put out a statement, "No more remorse, no more maybes." It was them. The 5 musician guys from Fugitivos were confirmed dead. It wasn't just a quick ID. It took painful, detailed work, DNA testing, forensics, the whole deal. They had to be sure, and when the confirmation came, it hit hard. Like a punch in the gut, for the families, the fans, and the whole town. From the investigation found, the band was kidnapped around 10 p.m. on Sunday, May 25. They were taken to a piece of land near a neighborhood called Equile Cerden, a spot that was later raided by security forces. It's now under investigation. Forensic teams. All signs point to that being the place where they were killed. After the horrific discovery, the authorities didn't waste time. They launched a major security op right away. Investigators, National Guard, Army, all in. It paid off. Not only did they find the bodies, but they also arrested 9 suspects connected to the murders. According to the official investigation, these guys are part of a criminal group tied of the Gulf cartel who operate in and around Reynosa. They even seized 2 vehicles believed to be directly involved in the crime. And then something else started making the rounds online. A video of Fugitivos performing a cardio, that's a traditional Mexican storytelling song, called Honor of the Battlefield. People pointed out that the song's message and vibe seemed pretty hard to hold maybe. And the fact they performed it in an area run of a rival cartel. Yeah, that may have been the spark. The wrong song in the wrong place at the worst possible time.